Welcome back. Today's explainer dives right into a really fascinating case study. We're connecting the dots between a super demanding modern lifestyle, some incredibly unexpected physical symptoms, and a 5-week health transformation. Specifically, we're looking at a real testimonial shared by a woman named Teresa. She opened up about her husband's grueling night shift schedule and his journey with a supplement called New Liver. So let me ask you this. Can your eyes actually reveal the health of your liver? I know. It sounds a bit like an old wives' tale, right? Usually we think of organ health as this secret thing locked away deep inside until a doctor runs a bunch of blood tests. But what if your body is literally showing you the signs right there on the surface? Keep that question in the back of your mind because the answer we found in our source material is honestly pretty surprising. Section 1. The night shift toll. So in our case study, Teresa's husband works night shifts, and she was getting more and more concerned about his overall well-being. Because look, working through the night totally disrupts the body's natural circadian rhythms. It's not just about being a little tired, it's a massive systemic stressor. It essentially forces your internal organs, especially your body's filtration systems, to just work overtime in conditions that, frankly, we weren't evolutionarily designed to handle. Teresa actually states right in the source, knowing how demanding night work can be on the body. She fundamentally understood the invisible but very real toll this non-traditional schedule was taking on his internal health. And honestly, if you or a loved one works the night shift, this struggle is definitely going to sound all too familiar. Moving on to Section 2, a surprising liver symptom. Okay, this is where the story gets super fascinating. Teresa noticed actual physical stuff building up on her husband's eyes. And to her absolute shock, she discovered that this buildup was actually originating from his liver. It's a massive takeaway for us. External physical manifestations like poor eye clarity or weird buildup can actually be a direct SOS signal from a totally overworked internal organ. Crazy, right? Think of your liver as the primary engine for your body's natural detox process. It's working 24/7 to filter out toxins, process nutrients, and just handle metabolic waste. But when that engine gets completely bogged down by systemic stress, like, say, a brutal night shift schedule, the backlog has to go somewhere. And sometimes it shows up in completely unexpected ways, like that bizarre buildup Teresa saw on her husband's eyes. Section 3. The 5-week transformation. Let's look at the timeline here. At the start, he's really feeling the deep health effects of his schedule. Then Teresa introduces the New Liver supplement into the mix. Now, you might be wondering what's actually doing the heavy lifting in these types of formulas. Well, usually it's ingredients like milk thistle. You can think of milk thistle as the bouncer for your liver. It basically stands guard, protecting the cells from incoming toxins. You'll also often find dandelion root in there, which acts kind of like a street sweeper, just flushing out all that waste. But here's the thing. Rebuilding that entire system takes time. In this case, it took 5 full weeks of consistent use before his eyes completely cleared up. 5 whole weeks. Section 4. The secret to consistency. We all know building a new healthy habit is tough, but on the night shift, man, it's a monumental challenge. Your sleep schedule is completely upside down and you're just exhausted. So how do you maintain consistency on these weird, non-traditional shifts? Well, experts often suggest a trick called habit stacking. That means tying your new supplement to an unshakable, already existing anchor. So taking it right after you brush your teeth, before your day sleep, or setting a recurring, non-negotiable alarm on your phone. You got to attach it to something you're already doing. Teresa is actually refreshingly honest about this part. She noted that her husband, quote, isn't always the easiest when it comes to routines. He really struggled with the consistency required to give the New Liver supplement the full 5 weeks it needed to actually work. And honestly, this right here, this is exactly where most health interventions just fall flat. So, Teresa engineered a pretty brilliant caregiver's hack. Step 1, she acknowledged the struggle without any judgment. Step 2, she took action by literally preparing the supplement for him every single day. Because let's face it, for busy night shift workers, relying solely on your own depleted willpower often just isn't going to cut it. Having a dedicated support system is sometimes the absolute ultimate strategy for maintaining that vital consistency. Teresa summed it up perfectly in her testimonial. She said, "Extra work for me, but I guess that's what a wife is for." It really highlights that health and healing are rarely just a solo pursuit. It requires care, immense dedication, and sometimes it just takes a loved one who's willing to do a little bit of extra work to make sure you're taking care of your internal engines.
bringing it all together in Section 5, Supporting Natural Detox.
So what are the big takeaways here? First, non-traditional schedules like night shifts have a massive systemic impact on your overall well-being. Second, and maybe most surprisingly, that internal liver stress doesn't always stay hidden. It can visibly manifest right on your eyes. But the good news is, with targeted support, like giving your liver its very own bouncers and street sweepers through a supplement, the body's natural detox process can actually catch up. And lastly, none of it works without consistency, whether you achieve that through habit stacking or relying on a super loving support system. So, let me leave you with this. Who is supporting your natural detox journey? Whether it's figuring out how to manage the physical stress of your crazy schedule, finally paying attention to what your body is trying to show you right on the surface, or just having someone there to help you stick to a healthy routine, look, we all need a little help sometimes. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you on the next one.
My body's a temple, but the walls are cracked. Stuck in the rubble of the years I've stacked. Stagnation in my veins like a river turned to dust. Toxic whispers in the wind, but I gotta rebuild. I must.